So next we are going to bring back our exterior, and we're going to place it inside the liner panels. So the liner panels are wrong side out and the exterior is right side out. So what we're going to do first is fold back this back flap to get it out of our way. And then we're going to determine which side do we want the zipper pocket and the slip pocket to be on. I like to have my slip zip pocket against the back of my bag, so I'm going to slip this exterior into the liner. Okay, make sure that that flap is folded down. And then I'm going to match these side seams first, and we're going to clip all the way around the top. So open up the seam of the liner and open up the side seam of the exterior and match those two together. Okay, I'm going to turn this and do the same to the other side first. And then I'm going to match the centers of the exterior panel and the liner panels, clipping around as I go. So these should fit super well without too much easing in. Okay, we've clipped all the way around the top of this bag, making sure that the flap is folded down between the layers. And next we are just going to sew around the top at a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and for that I'm going to take the platform off of my machine. When I get to the sides, you want to pull the bag forward so that you have more slack to put it through the machine. And work the fabric until it wants to lay flat. Now we're coming up on these curves here, which can be tricky, but if you go slow, they're really not that bad. I'm going to remove a clip, continue on, make sure everything stays open as you're sewing over that seam. Pivot as you sew across that seam there, and then come back up the other side of the curve. Okay, I'm pulling the bag again so I can easily get it to go through here. Okay, sewing that curve again, coming down on the seam, and I'm running out of bags, so I gotta pull some to the front here. There we go. Now I start and stop my stitches all the time. It's totally okay to go slow and to stop so that you can readjust before moving on. All right, I have sewn all the way around the top of the bag. I've done the curves really well, came out nice, and everything else looks nice as well. My seams stayed open as I sewed across them, so that's perfect. Next, we are going to clip the seams. Now, again, I have pinking shears. If you don't have pinking shears, you can just cut notches with regular scissors. But I like to only cut the curve parts. So we're gonna cut the seam allowance, and then it is important you do actually go over this seam here with your cut, and then I just veer off. So that is where I cut with the pinking shears, and I do the same on the other side.